Hi everyone, welcome to our Thursday live. Let me just switch back to my comments so I can see who's here. My name is Alisa Tilsner. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Welcome, welcome. I am streaming on both YouTube and my Facebook page at the same time, so I should be able to see comments from both of you. Just one reminder, if you are watching live on YouTube, you do need to be signed into your account so that you can leave comments for me. We have got some playtime today. Good morning, Tracy. We are going to be playing with our alcohol markers, our Stampin' Blends, and doing some more alcohol art. I've made roses. I have seen them with the real alcohol inks, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I can have a go at playing with them and seeing how I can go with making them out of blends. And I don't know if it's the right way to do it. I haven't actually watched any other tutorials. I just had a play and this is what I've come up with. Good morning, Priscilla. How are you? Okay, just as everyone is coming in, I'm just going to run through my usual morning things that I've had a little play, and I'm actually going to see whether I've got some new little things I'm trying out. So it's always I'm always trying things out. So always, this is my blog. Now on my blog you will find a sign up form for my newsletter, and every Friday morning, my time at 6 a.m, an email goes out with a free PDF. So it's usually the card that we make on our Thursday live, and because I don't give instructions during my live, I don't give measurements during my live, but all the written instructions and written tutorials are sent out Friday morning. So you have today to get signed up if you want all the measurements for this card that we're making today. And then every Friday you'll automatically get whatever card we're making. So our next thing is my March host code. So when you are placing an order with a minimum of $75 of spend and using the host code that is below, so if you need to jot that down, you can, or it's also on my blog as well. So I accumulate all the orders and we earn Stampin' Rewards, and then I'm able to send you a little gift from the Stampin' Rewards, and that comes in the following month. I'm still waiting for my order. I placed my order on the 1st of March for last month's gifts, and unfortunately they are stuck, and my tracking says that they are still in Sydney. So I'm going to have to get onto that because it's got my Waves of the Ocean paper in it as well. My class by mail has been released. I've got 4 days left on that one. Have a look at this. I made this. So, ta-da! What's wrong? I knew I would do it. I'm going to go this way. My cameras are back to front. So this is a quick sneak peek of the cards that are in this month's class by mail. I can quickly flick through them under the proper camera, and you can see what they look like as well. So there's 4 days left. I have 2 places left, limited places. I have 2 places left in the current group. So you will need to jump in quick to if you want to join in for that one. So, and registration closes on the 14th. And another little fancy thing, woohoo, check that out. The next catalogue is, can you believe, I'm starting to get the mailing list ready for the next catalogue. So if you are a customer of mine and you have spent $100 with me between October last year and end of March this year, so you still have time if you haven't placed an order yet, you will automatically go on to my list to get a free catalogue. We don't know what it's going to look like. I'm sure that the cover is going to be pretty. But if you haven't placed your $100 within that last 6 months, then you will need to contact me. The cost of a catalogue mailed to you is $6.50, which is what Stampin' Up! Charge me to have your catalogues sent out to you. And I think the last thing is celebration in Australia is still going. You have until the 16th of March to do that. So you can still join up. You can still get your 2 free stamp sets. You can join our beautiful crafting community. And if you are a Kazaz consultant and you happen to be watching, then there is another special offer on the table for you. But if you want to make the most of it, jump in before the 16th as well. And you can get in touch with me to find out what the extra offer is if you wish. Okay. Yay. How tricky was that? I'm getting flash. Hi, Wendy. Hey, Paula. I'm getting a little bit flash with my graphic overlays. Okay, we are going to swing around now. So I've got a lot more information in my oops, don't remove me from stream. Switch that and go to there. Rightio. So I had a play already. Took me 3 goes. I was trying to make a reel for Instagram and I'm still not very good at it. So it took me 3 goes because the first one, for some reason, my camera had all the rolls and then I don't know what happened. But anyway, so I started playing with, I've got 3 roses made already. I should have swung that one around. It's annoying me. It's in the wrong direction for me. Okay, so for this, we are working on our vellum. I have white underneath me just so that I can see what sort of patterns I'm getting. And the pink cardstock is, I don't know, I just had it out, so it's slipped under there. Okay, so I'm using Melon Mambo. I finally got one. I finally got the blend. So now my storage container is full. And a daffodil, and I'm using the dark of both of them. The other thing I'm using is the Diggers Isopropyl Alcohol. This one is 100%, and I saw it written here somewhere. Oh, there we go. 100% isopropyl. The green bottle will not work, okay? So if you are watching the replay I get lots of comments going, you shouldn't tell people that they need 100%. You do need 100%, okay? I've tried it with the lower amount and it doesn't work. You need a paintbrush or an old, I use a paintbrush because I can dip down into my bottle, or an old aqua painter or an old Wink of Stella or something that's got a brush tip on it. And this is an ear syringe that I got from the chemist. You can, I actually went in and they've got snot suckers for babies, which is pretty much the same thing. But the lady who was serving me is also a bit of an artist, and she said he'd use this one because the ball on it is a nicer feel and a nicer hold than the little snot sucker. So, so that one is an ear syringy thing, which is just handy to have anyway. It just puffs out air. Okay, I think that's all we need. And these are really great. I mean, you could just use them for dusting things off even. Like if you were colouring in with your pencils and you had some shavings, you could just like, instead of flicking them with your hand and scratching all your work. Okie dokie. I do not know if this is the right way. This is just my way. Okay, if you can get your lids off first. So, oh, and look what I did. I just splattered everywhere. Just be careful when you take your lids off. Okay, I'm going to start by trying to draw a circle. These are not circles, these are ovals. So I'm going to try a little bit, and that one's facing the wrong way. It's annoying me. So I'm going to try and draw a circle, and it's a reasonable size circle. So you can have your roses whatever size you like. And I am using my brush because it's quicker, but you need to go gently on your nib. Splatter is a design element, yes, but not when it's alcohol markers all over my thing. I'll have to find something to squeeze it, like get it off. Okay, so I take my lid off. I don't use my spray, and you can see how much fun I've been having playing. It was green a little while ago because I was making green cards, and now it's turned like icky. So the first one that I put down is actually quite full. So I'm going to pop one in the center, and then I'm just going to dab them around. Might need to go back in a couple of times. So I want a fair bit of the alcohol on my paperwork, on my thing. And then I'm going to direct the flow into the middle. And I don't really want it like circular now. I want it all rough around the edges. So when I'm starting to get little, it's really hard to explain. I'm starting to get little puddles of stuff being formed. So now I'm going to direct my ink, and I'm going to find the center of my rose, and I'm just going to enhance all the air into that one area. And that sort of pushes, get that out of the way, that pushes my ink out and forms more little puddle type things, sort of like developing your petals. Okay, so then just come in with a bit more, and I'm just going to put it in the center where I want my center to go. And again, I'm just going to direct my, you can't see, I'm going to direct my air right into that middle, which will push out in a circular motion. And then I'm going to put it again and just keep doing it. So the more I do that, the lighter it gets in the middle, and it sort of develops more rings or petals. Okay, and you can keep going as light as you like, because that will just keep overlaying and keep making more little folds and petals. And but as I keep dipping, every time I go back in and dip, it gets lighter, like I don't add more isopropyl. So that is what I've got so far. So it's sort of looking like a little bit of a rose with those little folds. Then I'll come in with my Daffodil Delight in dark, and I'll just pop a circle center. Of course, you can use whatever color you like. Then I'm going to dip in and just pop a little bit, because I don't want this to go out a huge way. So again, I'm going to try and keep that directed to the center. I don't want it to go out, but I do want a couple of little folds in there as well. So with this one, I'm actually going to go back and add some more. And then whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to tap gently, because I just want those little concentric circles to stay tight. I'm trying to show you, like, because normally otherwise I'll be here and you won't be able to see anything. So I'm just trying to show what it looks like. I will bring that up so you can see. So there is the little center. So when you're doing the centers, just go really lightly, like go quite gently. Now I will do another one. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it. I will do another one. I sort of wanted to like have a bouquet of roses. So, and again, that one's a nice big one. So you can do whatever size you like. So we'll just do one more. And what I ended up doing the other day was just pretty much filling up a half sheet of vellum. So this, Gillian, this isopropyl alcohol I got from Bunnings. Are you in Australia? So this one's from Bunnings. So again, start off with quite a bit. I'm just going to do a second one just in case we've got some new people joining. So go for it with your first one. So you've got a nice puddle. Actually, I haven't got all my edges, so I'm just going to splash that out, because I don't want a nice circular edge. I want a rough edge. So push it all into the middle until it's almost dry, and then find your centerpiece. Like your centerpiece can be all right, so that's all nice and dry. Oh, Mitre 10 have it too? Cool. It's just the Diggers brand. I'm pretty sure that you can get some Diggers stuff at Coles now too, but I don't know whether they would have this. So and then find the center of your rose. And then work from there. So keep popping your alcohol right into this, I mean, your center could be an off center, you know, it doesn't have to be right in the middle. So it gets quite addictive, and because each of the roses turns out to be different as well, which makes it really cool. And then another thing that you could do if you wanted to afterwards, which I'm not going to do today, is with your fine, super, super fine tip glue pen. And I mean like not what Stampin' Up has, unfortunately, but one of those ones that looks like a pen. I've got one here, the one that looks like a ballpoint pen. and then you can draw some glue around some of the folds maybe, and then you can pop your gilding leaf on it as well. So I just want this one a little bit lighter. My my brush has gotten a little bit on the pink side, so I'm just going to try and wash some of that off, which is why my alcohol now looks pink instead of... Okay, now I'm going to come in with some yellow and just go lightly. Lightly with the yellow. See, in this one, the center stayed a little bit on the pinker side, so it's actually got more of an orangey look. My nib there is absolutely trashed. Okie dokie. And then you will find that you do get colour on your nib, so you just, again, just whoops, just run it off until it starts to come. Any pink that's on there will come off. Okie dokie. Right, I best be putting my lid back on before I knock it over or fume myself out. I closed my door today. My son's home still. So there we go. That one turned out really pretty as well. Every time you do one, it turns out pretty. And just depending on the, I don't think you can pick that up, but depending on the angle that you have them on, it, like, some of the ink is a little bit darker and it almost glistens. Like, it's really hard to, I don't think you can, there you go, you can sort of pick that up around there, that it's sort of got a bit of a glistening type of thing going on. Okay, so I'm going to put these away because we want to make a card now, right? Yay! All right, let me get all this stuff out of the way. Get my... I'm relatively neat today. I'm surprising myself. Okay, so this is a piece that I did the other day, and I have trimmed it down and just like made it so, you know, bits are hanging off the edges and sort of got like a bit more of a bouquet thing going on. So, and then I've got a piece of white cardstock which is exactly the same size. So I am going to, even that side looks pretty, not as vibrant, but okay, so I'm going to just glue this down to my basic white. Need to go close to the edges. All right, that's mucky. All right, so excuse me, I'm going to have to bring this towards me so that I can actually see to get this lined up straight. So there we go, and I'm just going to put my block over the edge and pop it aside just to let it sit. Now I have already stamped, heat embossed, white embossed my sentiment. Now this one's from the Artistically Inked stamp set, and I don't have it on my desk. I've put it away. I have amazingly, I cleaned up my craft room. Well, I had it go cleaning it up a couple of weeks ago, and amazingly it's still clean. So yay. Okay, so working on thick basic white, and I have my happy birthday. I'm going to use a couple of, I wonder if I should use black. I used white in my original card. I'm wondering if I should have a crack at using some black. Oh, Christine, you'll have to go back and watch the replay. Okay, so I want 2 pieces that are going to be enough to tie in a bow. All right. The right scissors, the ones with the cap. It's a really fun technique, Christine, so you'll have to definitely have to go back and watch how I did them. It gets a little bit addictive because each of the flowers turns out to be a different look. But you could quite easily just, like, in a well ventilated area, do a whole sheet. You could do them in all different colours too. That would be really pretty. Okay, so I need this. That should be stuck down nicely now. So I'm going to stick this on with some dimensionals. I don't knock all my blocks over. All right. I'm getting the belly rumbles, so hopefully you can't hear that. Okay, so let's stick down. It's probably an overkill. I like lots of dimensionals. Oops. Come on. Okay, now I reckon that way is probably the better way. So again, I'm just going to bring this down to me, sorry, because my hair's getting in the way. I'm going to lean over. My eyes go cross-eyed, so I'm going to try and have that straight. There we go. Okay, and then my two pieces. It's a really quick card. I actually wanted, well, it's actually not quick if you're designing all of them, but if you've got them, if you've got a whole piece of these already made, it's a really quick card. And I kept it really simple because you want your roses to shine, right? Oh, my finger got cramped. They lock into position sometimes. Okay, and then we will scooch that. I will scooch it. There we go. Because we want our happy birthday. Choose a good place to put your happy birthday. It may not always be, you know, at the same. I think I put mine over where like a couple joined, but actually down here looks pretty good, I reckon. But I'm thinking I might keep my bow, my twine up the top here. There you go, double one. Oops. Okay, trim your tails. I think it's only those ones that really need trimming. And I'll just smidge off of them gently. Okay, and then my happy birthday, and I have got my black ones. I am remembering to use my black dimensionals. Oh, I'm glad it's understandable. It's like I went to sit down to write the tutorial up to go out in tomorrow's email, and it was a little bit like, oh, how do I explain this? It's very tricky to try and explain. It was a very visual type of technique, this one, I think, but hopefully I explained it properly. Okay, a little bit of seal. Like that. I'm remembering more and more to use my black. Okay, and I'm going to pop that there. I think that's straight. And then I just need some bling, right? I haven't got them out. Thankfully, they're only an arm's reach away from me. How many of these guys have I got left? Plenty. I'll just use all the little ones. Okie dokie. Right. So, and then I think we'll use a few of these. I'll try and figure out how to use more than 3. 1, 2, 3. With this, I might have a bit of a cluster going on. And maybe 1 up here. I think that'll be, look, I've got 5. I have a real problem with putting more than 3 on a card, but I'll get there. It's all about placement, isn't it? There's my white one. I don't know. I think I quite like the dark one. They always turn out super differently. I'll bring them up a little bit closer. Try and catch the light. So there we go. So I think it would even look really pretty if you went in with your glue pen and just did a couple of veins here and there and popped your gold leafing, your gilding leafing over the top. That would be pretty. So there we go. Yay! Shall I come back to me? I think my hair's all over the place, but there we go. Yeah, I had to flick it around. It was driving me nuts. I've actually worn it down. This is the second day I've worn it down and not tied it back. So, because normally it ticks me off, but it's actually keeping me warm today. I'm cold. So thank you very much for joining me this week. And I will be back next Thursday for another live crafting session. So I know, look how long it's like almost under. So I think I've still got a few months to go before I can cut it and donate it. So I want it to be as long as I possibly can handle. But I think I'm almost reaching that point of, you know, I'll go through a phase where it's like, and then I'll be like, oh, it's not so bad. So, but I'm looking forward to getting it cut and maybe even coloured again, because I haven't had it coloured for so long, obviously. So anyway, that's another story. It's a very long story. So thanks very much. We'll see you again next Thursday. Don't forget to go over and sign up for my newsletter. It'll be coming out tomorrow morning, Friday mornings at 6 a.m. my time. So I'm not sure when that time would be in your world, but that's what time it goes out in my world. So thanks very much, and we will see you again next week. Bye.